Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of the show that, for a limited time, is offering 0 APR financing. That's right. Welcome to another episode of Dad's Turn to Talk. My name is Derek. I'll be your moderator for this evening. Just a couple of notes before we get started here. Look, everybody likes a little bit of a nice deal on a car, but what we really would like is for you to like this show. So head on down, click that thumbs up. Guess what? Right next door, get a little bit more homework and maybe even some perks on the car if you subscribe. How about that? Just another note, we'll be making sure to timestamp the episode once it is posted. And do remember, folks, that we are on 2 channels here. So we are on Was It Good for this channel for the live stream. Head on over and do like the other stuff and subscribe over to Dad's Turn to Talk on that channel because we have some cool stuff there, too, in terms of clips. And if you can't watch the whole show, that's where you can find just clips of the show. But we really like you to stay the whole time if you'd indulge us. Not to mention the fact that we're going to be putting some new stuff on there pretty soon that you can also catch. With that, let's go ahead and move on to the introductions. First of all, folks, we have a guest. Gentlemen, mind your manners, please. All right? Some class. Because the goth horror queen herself is here. The honorary dad in Lily. Lily, welcome back.
Yay!
Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm already like a permanent guest here forever.
Yes.
Yeah.
You say,
And I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, I mean, in a lot of ways, you're almost like a host without the title because we've had you guest host for us. We'll go like 2 or 3 weeks without you, then all of a sudden you come back on.
That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
I will take that title of honorary dad.
Honorary
There we
dad.
go.
Feel free to come in, put your feet up. There's the couch. You know where to sit.
I do.
Grab her a beer. She's ready to
Yeah.
go.
Get her a beer, please. All right. And with that, we will move on to the regular cast of characters here. If you like 0 APR financing, folks, you may be able to get some extra entertainment units for the kids if you talk to Bob. Bob, the one and only. How are you, sir?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. It's always fun to be here. I love getting on here with you guys. This is my favorite night of the week because it's a chance for us to just get to hang out, talk about some cool stuff, and have fun with the chat. So I love hanging out with you guys here. Real quick, I do want to go ahead and highlight our first super chat for the night. Subtle was on here before the show, and he went ahead and gave us a super chat for $4.99. Subtle Deviancy says, good luck on the stream. We'll catch the replay. Is it true that Josh once auditioned to play one of the main characters in the Birdcage?
Yes.
And yes, it is
Yes,
true.
it was. It is true.
No, but thank you for that, Subtle. We appreciate that.
Good evening. I am Spartacus, the Goldberg.
Madonna.
That will be reviewed for another time. But what we're
such
at,
a good movie.
let's also move on to just another point of order here. Bob, great new intro. We need to thank Bob for that.
That was cool.
That was fantastic and will be our new intro moving forward. Folks, let's give a round of applause for the one and only Bobo, if we could.
Thanks.
Never disappointing. Never disappointing. Okay, but you want to talk about what is disappointing?
I knew you were going to say it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Folks, speaking of the 0 APR financing, you may like that, but you're not going to like the mileage you get on this because you're not going to get very far with the one and only Josh. Hello, Josh.
Oh, no. You don't be nice now. That was horrible. And by the way, it looks like Dixie got his feelings hurt because Lily stopped following him on Critic List. So he's a little butthurt right now. So sad, Dixie.
Josh, you don't even know what the features are on Critic List.
You know what?
Oh, man.
All right, shut it.
They're tagging you like crazy over
Thank
there,
you.
man.
Josh is the best of the lot. Thank you. Yeah,
Oh,
thank you.
great. Now
Thank you.
Josh's
Well,
ego is
maybe
going
we
to
could make us
all of us.
Boo! Boo!
God. I'm good. I'm ready for a fun night. I'm excited for the show. I'm excited to review that movie that I watched last night.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just give you guys a little bit of an informing on what we're going to be covering this evening. Our main event is going to be Project Hail Mary, which I cannot wait to talk about. Before that, we're actually going to do something on topic about the best sci-fi movies that we all greatly love and appreciate. Some fun in between. But I don't know about you guys. Feels like it's time for the news. Yeah. So before we get into the news here, I just need to share this because Dixie, you. I mean, when do you spend your almost all your life knowing him? Okay.
Hey, you know what, Dixie? Like butt hurt because Lily doesn't want to follow all your sad reviews on Criticlist. Okay.
Hey, learn how to use Criticlist before you insult other people, Jack. Thank you.
In my life.
Josh,
You can't follow me anymore.
Josh, learn how to use Criticlist before you insult people.
You know what? Shut up, Derek.
Okay.
You too.
All right.
Good
Bob, let's proceed.
All right, yeah, let's get into this. So last week, the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer came out, and some news came out about it today because we already know that trailer broke a lot of records. Well, today, according to this article in Variety, Spider-Man Brand New Day makes history as first movie trailer to cross 1 billion views.
Wow.
Spider-Man Brand New Day keeps making history. Sony released the trailer for Tom Holland's new Spidey adventure on May 17th. I guess that they meant March 17th. Great for them to do that proofreading there. And in 4 days, it hit 1 billion views. The first film trailer ever to surpass the mega milestone. It now has 1.1 billion views per wave metrics, further cementing its status as the biggest movie trailer in history. It's actually within its first 24 hours, it had 718.6 million views, which actually beat the previous record holder, which was Deadpool and Wolverine, which had 365 million views. And it actually beat out a video game, Grand Theft Auto 6, which had 475 million views. So this is the most viewed trailer in a 24-hour period, and it's the only one that's ever hit a billion. I got to say, that's pretty impressive.
That's pretty awesome.
Awesome.
That's pretty amazing. 718?
Yes, it was 718, I said, for the first 24 hours, and then it's at 1.1 billion now.
That's pretty unreal. So everybody got a chance to see this trailer, right? It was on the line here?
Okay. Lily, did you?
Talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. It made me really sad.
Oh, Lord. Well, then, Lily, since we start with you, you're the guest.
No, very good point right there, Jeremy. That if superhero fatigue was real, then explain this.
Yeah, you can't really.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lily, please start us off here. What do you think of it as the guest? Well, / honorary dad /
almost permanent.
Go ahead.
Well, to kind of comment on what Jeremy was saying, I think it's probably just Marvel, like all the other Marvel stuff that we're tired of, but it seems to be that all the Spider-Man movies never really miss with the audience. They're the ones that have been consistently doing really well. And I know last time it was because we had all the Spider-Mans and everybody was all super excited about it. Excuse me. But I don't know. I like this trailer because I want to see what happens to Spider-Man. Like, it made me really, really sad to see that like everybody forgot about him and he's just kind of seeing his friends move on without him. And I want to see what happens at the end. I want to see if like I don't know, something's fixed that all of a sudden they remember him or he has to get to know everybody all over again. I don't know. I liked it. I thought it made me sad. Anything that makes me sad, I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. I'll see how it is. I'll see if it's actually really sad or not. And then I think we just have to remember that Spider-Man is a really popular superhero. He's one of the top superheroes. Every single little kid, every adult, everybody knows who Spider-Man is. So I think that's why he still has a lot of pull versus a lot of the other Marvel heroes that we've been getting. Because let's face it, all the last Marvel ones aren't the ones that we want to see. It's not Tony Stark as Iron Man. It's not Captain America, Steve Rogers. So that probably has a lot to do with it too. But I'm excited. I'll probably catch this in the theaters.
Real quick, how do you think this does? And same question for all of you guys when you answer or when you talk about the trailer. How do you think this does in comparison to Avengers Doomsday?
I don't know. I haven't seen the trailer yet.
No, because personally, I've got a feeling this is going to make more money than Doomsday.
I think so, just because you have to account for the fact that Dune is also competing with Doomsday. So I think it's going to split people because I think that might be the same audience that they're targeting. Dune and
what do they call it? Doomsday?
Yeah, they're calling it Doomsday. Sorry, I'm not gonna watch Doomsday. I'm just gonna watch Dune.
It's the next Barbenheimer.
They wish.
Well, that's what they're trying to make it out to be. They're trying to make it an event. And actually, though, to me, that's a smart thing. Let me just go ahead and you got anything else to add, Lily? Real quick.
Well, they're trying to make it an event, but I feel like it's Marvel, it's Disney that's trying to turn it into an event. But everybody on Dune side is just kind of like, ha 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 ha, no. Like, this is our thing, and we're not going to share it with you. And I believe that they're the ones that secured all of the IMAX screens first. Mm-hmm. So Doomsday is actually kind of screwed already as it is. So
yeah, as far as I kind of agree with Caveat there, events can't be forced. Now, I think it's a good thing to try to market it as an event, but that'll depend on the audience whether they're going to accept it as an event or not. Look at Project Hail Mary. Project Hail Mary just turned around and made a heck of a lot of money because it felt like an event that you had to go to. Yeah. And I think Spider-Man, to me, is going to feel like an event that you're going to have to go to. And a lot of that, I think, is going to be based off of how the last one ended. Like you were saying, Lily, the fact that everybody forgot. There's this curiosity to what's going to happen. And there's a lot of goodwill because that movie was really good. I mean, that movie made, what was it, $1.9 billion at the box office. So there's a lot of goodwill coming off of that film. So I really think Spider-Man is going to feel like an event. I think that that's going to actually be a bigger box office than Doomsday. I kind of agree with you, being that it's competing against Dune and it's not getting those IMAX screenings. I think that's going to be a big problem. Caveat, you might be right. Doomsday might get moved because Dune, from my understanding, has always had this date. Doomsday was supposed to have another date, and then they moved again to where they are at now, and they're going head to head with Dune. I think that's ultimately going to hurt them.
A week earlier, you said
what's that?
You said the other day they should do a week earlier, and
not a week earlier. They need to be at least 2 weeks earlier, at least.
Yep.
A week wouldn't be enough. Look at what happened. Which movie was it? Mission Impossible, the Dead Reckoning, what was it? The seventh one. That movie ended up going. It came out the week before Barbenheimer, and it didn't get any of the IMAX screenings or any of that, and it really hurt that film. I think Doomsday, if they move, need to be at least 2 weeks earlier. I don't think they want to move after. They don't want to be after the Christmas holiday. I think they want to be before it. So,
but the thing is,
as far as the trailer goes, I liked the trailer. I thought it didn't wow me, but I thought it was a solid trailer, and I think they're clearly holding some stuff back. So I really want to see some more.
Yeah. The thing is, though, if they like, I wonder, since it's in December, I wonder if they can even still move all of these things. Because like I said, you know how Dune has already secured all of the IMAX. What is it going to be trying to push out 2 weeks prior to that? Like, are there any other movies coming out in IMAX in that time? Or can they even do that anymore?
Well, just kind of on a side note, I saw it was either yesterday or the day before, Jumanji, the next Jumanji movie, actually moved to the Christmas holiday. And I think it was supposed to be like a week before or 2 weeks before Dune and Doomsday. So that got moved back. So maybe that's to clear space for Doomsday if they decide to move. I mean, it's just a thought, but I don't know the details of that for sure, but it's just a thought out there.
There's no way they need to move the date. This is the last Dune movie that we're getting.
This is it. This is the last.
They're already promoting it as this is the end of this story. So you guys need to come see it. So yeah, they would have to move it. There's no way that Doomsday makes more money than Dune. No way.
I don't know.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
I think it ties it. I'll give you that.
I mean, Derek, you haven't seen all of the Dune movies yet, right?
No, but I'm gonna plan on seeing that
right
now.
Well, we had already talked about doing a rewatch for this show, and I already told Lily she can come on those episodes. She's like, she's like, you didn't even have to ask.
You had me at hello.
Yeah, basically.
Well, no, but here's the only reason why I think that might not. I mean, look, I'm not saying that Dune's not the final Dune movie isn't going to make money. I think you guys are right about that. But for as much as people hate Marvel and as much as people don't like the idea of this next one coming out, a lot of people are still going to go see it. A lot of people.
Yeah, that's true. All the people that are like.
I mean, people just love, like, it's like, oh, I hate Hollywood. I can't stand it. Oh, my God, Chris Hemsworth. You know? Come on. Like, people can go that way. They just can't.
Well, I guess you're right because they have what's his face, Robert Downey Jr. is back, and they have all of these cameos back, and people are gonna want to go see that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right with this one. If it was just like a regular other Marvel movie, those aren't making money anymore.
No, Dune will whip it down. I think you're right. Unless it's Spider-Man. Then it probably does the same thing that you guys are talking about. It probably beats. I mean, Bob, I don't know if this is going to beat Doomsday, but it wouldn't surprise me if this tied it too. Not at all.
You know, here's my thought. I thought that Super Mario was going to be the top movie of the year.
Yeah, that's right.
And I still think that. But based on the way this trailer is performing, I would not be surprised if Spider-Man gives it a run for its money. Because, I mean, you know, cameos galore we're going to see in Doomsday, but this is Spider-Man. I mean, the last one, again, 1.9 billion. And I know it had the gimmick of having all of the Spider-Man in it and all of the villains, but it's also got a lot of goodwill. This one has a lot of goodwill coming out of that. I just got a great feeling about that. Hey, beloved, how you doing?
Beloved, welcome.
I also saw Walter in the chat earlier. Hey, Walter.
Yeah, Walter.
Can I go? Or who was going? Bob, you were going, or who is this? Who's turn?
Just go. Just jump in there, man.
Okay, I gotta say I love the trailer. I liked it much more than Bob did. Sorry, I'm reading Jeremy's thing.
You just said you wanted to go, so go.
Sorry. So I really think I love what they're doing. I'm curious if, first of all, people are saying that Bruce Banner knows Peter Parker because of the gamma poisoning, that he's the only one that Doctor Strange's spell did not work on. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm also hoping that we're getting Savage Hulk. Finally, no more Smart Hulk.
You won't.
I love the suit. I love the suit. It reminds me of the old cartoon and the comics. It's very accurate. It is sad. I agree with Lily at the beginning that nobody knows him. And it'll be interesting. This takes place 4 years after the events of No Way Home. I think No Way Home was incredible. And it was because, like Bob has said this, we had a great story that included all three Spider-Men. We're not going to get all three Spider-Men in this one. So that's why I think that, that's coming from Dixie, who's got a Jay Cutler picture with a little penny. Good Lord.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, so I think that No Way Out will edge this one out, but not by much. I do think with Doomsday, though, that Doomsday will I don't know. I want to say it'll beat out everyone, but I don't know without seeing a traditional trailer for them to see exactly how it's going to be.
Okay, I'm calling it right now. Doomsday 1.2 billion, Spider-Man 1.6.
Wow. Okay.
That's what I'm calling. I do think Doomsday will be $1 billion movie, but I think it'll be more along the lines of what Deadpool and Wolverine did.
And you think Spider-Man is going to do that, even though you liked the trailer, but you didn't love it.
He's Spider-Man. That's why. It's simply that reason. He's Spider-Man.
Do you think the timing of the movie being the end of July could hurt it at all, or no?
No.
Okay.
It's Spider-Man.
All right. Let's we can definitely see it. There was someone, I think was a Caveat, who said something.
There we go. Thank you, Caveat. There we go. Somebody else agrees with me.
I mean, it's going to be interesting.
What are you looking for, Josh?
I was looking for the comment that Caveat had made, but it's fine. It was more about what we just talked about in Endgame and all of that. All right, Derek, what do you think?
No. You really wanted to go this bad. You sure you're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Really? Oh, the rest of you.
Yeah, do you want to keep closing off your screen every 5 seconds? Or are you going to
I do. Just because of you. Yes, I would like to do
good.
that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I need to ask this because it is Spider-Man. These films are incredible ever since Tom Holland got himself involved with them. But I need to ask this. Josh is chewing his drink. When watching this, did you guys have did you guys have a clue as to what this was really about?
No, and I kind of like that. I kind of like that it feels like they're keeping some of the story kind of hidden there.
Something with the meanings, maybe?
Well, you can keep some of the story close to the hip. I get that. But
thanks, real quick. Sorry, Derek. Thanks for joining us, Jeremy. You get back to work. Have a good shift, man.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Good one.
I think that it's good to keep some of it close to the hip, but I walked away kind of being like, wait, I don't understand. What is this? Like, I had a hard time like following it. Visually, it looks spectacular, right? Like watching Spider-Man just kind of like, oh God, here we go again. Then just fall like off the top of the building. And he's breathing inside the mask. That was really well done. But then I heard like, well, spiders can lose their powers when they enter this phase, but then they get into that phase. I don't know. I had a hard time really getting any type of understanding as to what it is. Now, don't get me wrong. We'll get into the theater, and I'm sure that will solve that. But I'm just hoping that the story makes sense with this. Is my point, because for a lot of the Marvel stuff, it's been all over the place as of late, and I'm just really hoping we don't go all over the map here. That was my only negative thought about this.
See right there. That's exactly why I think that this movie's going to do really well.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it'll definitely do well. You said 1.6 billion, Bob?
1.6 is what I'm thinking.
I'm going to say 1.4.
I'll go a little bit lower. 1.25. I'll say for this one.
Okay, so we're all kind of. Lily, what do you think?
Yeah, probably about the same.
Yeah.
Of who?
The 1.2, 1.4-ish, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. The only reason I'm saying that, the only reason I'm grading it a little lower too is because we talked about this last year in terms of the summer movies. It seemed like they kind of died off there a little bit, with the exception of like one or two. That was it. I think Lilo and Stitch was one of them. That ended up being the #1 movie last year, right? And
that was the top grosser.
And that was in May. So if we get into June and July with this stuff, it's kind of hard to know exactly how things will do. But I do think it'll make a ton of money. I think it'll go over a B for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll be interesting. Dixie says 3.7.
3.7.
Dixie.
Walter's also going 1.2.
Yeah.
All right, I'm the only one giving. I believe in you, Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think you're overreacting.
It's not.
All right, fine. I'll say 1.4. 1.4, 1.5.
Lily's with me. See? She trusts me.
That's the last thing. That's the last thing she should do, Josh.
Well, she's right, smart, and she knows it.
It's because it's kind of
if they're like that.
It's because it's kind of really difficult to say, just because it's all really hard for movies to make it past 1 billion nowadays.
It's very difficult.
So that's why Bob's number is outlandish, 1.6.
It wasn't 3.7.
How much?
Hey, Chelsea, great to have you with us tonight.
Welcome.
How much did Wolverine, Deadpool, and Wolverine make?
It's like 1.3 or something like that.
Yeah, it went over
around there.
It went well over the billion mark.
With Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, who people were waiting for, and that didn't get.
This is Spider-Man.
Oh, that made 1.3. Yeah, 1.338 billion.
There you go. That's why I don't think Doomsday is gonna do as well. It's gonna have all these cameos like Deadpool and Wolverine, but Spider-Man is going to bring the goodwill left over from the last one. Plus, this isn't a true MCU film. This is a Sony film, and Sony's gonna do great with this one.
Bob,
because
it's a Spider-Man fan.
No, not as big as you would think, but I just think that this is the character that's gonna really hit it out of the park. We'll see. I could be wrong, but we'll see.
All right. Okay, so that's my thoughts. I think everybody else shared theirs. So you want to move on to the next piece of news here?
Yeah. Yay. The Moana trailer.
Oh my god.
And I don't really want to get into the article. I just want to focus on this right here.
Terrible image.
So we got our first look at what's his name? Maui or Maui or
Maui.
Yeah, Maui. So The Rock is reprising the role of Maui. Yay. Yeah. He looks terrible. I'm sorry. He looks terrible.
He looks so bad.
Why does he look bad? I'm confused. I don't get it.
Josh, do you know what a bald man looks like with a wig on? You know what that looks like? Do I have to show you?
Derek, go get a wig.
Yeah, exactly.
Go get a wig, Derek.
That's the reason, Josh. That's it. Anyway, please proceed, Bob.
There we go. Well, no, I don't really want to get into the article. I just want to. Was the big thing is that the trailer gave us the first look at Maui, and yeah, I gotta say I'm not at all impressed with this. Yes, his wig does rival Rings of Power or Rings of Power wigs. Yeah, it looks bad. yeah, a lot of people did think it was fake because it looked bad. I don't think this looks good at all.
Yeah, no.
Josh, what do you think? You said, Josh, you didn't see the big deal. So what do you think?
So you gotta understand about me. This is a very big movie for me because it's a movie my daughter and I have watched religiously. So it's going to be one of the movies where I'm a minority, and I'm just happy that we get to see it.
Okay, hold on, Josh.
Except that we already have it.
I have kids too, and we watched it.
No, I know, but live action, I'm excited for it. It'll be
why? Okay, so
why?
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
My daughter's getting older. It's getting
Lilo, because Lilo and Stitch also came out, and that's one of my favorite movies too. So Moana just so happens to be one of my favorite movies as well, because I can relate a lot to the character of Moana. So this hits me very, very straight into the heart. But this is ridiculous. If you're gonna make a live action, put your heart into it. This looks ridiculous to me. They just stuck a wig on his head. They put this oversized foam upper body on him that looks so ridiculous. It's making his head look tiny. I don't know why they couldn't bring back the original voice actress for Moana because she was perfect. This girl in the trailer does not fit who I feel like Moana is. And then everything looks washed out and bland. Hello, this is supposed to be super, super bright. What are you doing with all of these colors? Disney is killing me. We just saw Project Hail Mary, and look at all of the colors. Yeah. What is happening here?
Thank you, beloved.
This is the same thing as The Little Mermaid. Why is everything so washed out and we're on a beach?
It wasn't. I think it's the picture. I think you guys.
No, the trailer.
I don't eat free.
Go look at the trailer. The trailer is completely washed out. It's completely
I have
drab.
hopes for this one, and
It's
I'm
bad.
excited to see it.
Josh, I can understand why you're excited to see it, but I still think this looks pretty bad. I mean,
Yes,
look, maybe the movie's going to be good. I'm gonna say that maybe it's going to be good.
All of you are going to hate it because of how he looks
Josh,
great.
you know, if anybody, I'm more fair than anybody. I can sit there and have an opinion beforehand, but I can change my mind. How many times have I changed my mind after seeing something?
I know you have.
All the time, man. I'm fair. So this might be good. Maybe it will be. I'm just telling you the way that it looks. From the first look, I'm not impressed with what I saw.
Josh,
And that's the thing. For me, I grade these a little bit more harshly because they are things that I love. I hated the live action of The Little Mermaid because that was my movie when I was a little girl. They ruined the entire movie for me. So Lilo and Stitch was another one that I went to go see because I was like, please do not mess this up. And it was super cute. I loved it in a different way than I loved the actual cartoon. So yeah, maybe this one will capture the same spirit, but right now with the trailer, it just doesn't seem like it to me because this is a movie that means a lot to me too, and it's just not hitting
exactly
for me.
like the animated movie. I don't know what the problem is here.
No,
okay, so Josh,
Except The Rock looks terrible.
Yeah, don't worry, Josh.
It was the first picture. We don't know.
Josh, stop talking.
He was in the trailer, man. He looks bad in the trailer, not just the picture.
Okay,
did you watch the trailer?
This is yes.
Hold on, Josh. Did you watch the trailer?
Yes, I did, and I had no issue with it.
All right, okay. You didn't then. That's fine.
No,
I'm just telling you that I think he looks bad.
I thought the whole thing looked decent. I'm fine with it.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
So Josh, hold on. Bob and Lily, they're more than capable of changing their minds. Don't worry, I'll hate this for you automatically. Okay, you can always count on me to do that.
I guess this isn't going to be another hat story where you said take the hat off, don't take the hat off. I am going by my guts here. I think this is going to be good, and I'm excited for it.
All right, that's fine.
What did you put in that Dr. Pepper?
Even if it's bad, I'm going to go with my daughter.
Lithium?
Enjoy it.
Shrooms?
We are going to enjoy it.
Hallucinogenics? Whiskey? What was in there?
Yeah.
All right.
So obviously, I've already shared my thoughts with how I just expressed it. So why don't we move on to the last piece of news?
Yeah, last piece of news here, and this I'm actually kind of excited about, or maybe not excited. I'm surprised. I really am surprised here.
This looks
so.
awesome.
We got our Scooby Gang. Netflix Scooby Doo series sets Tanner Hagen as Shaggy, Abby Ryder Forston as Velma, Maxwell Jenkins as Fred, and we already knew McKenna Grace was Daphne. These are them for the live action Scooby Doo series. They might have got this right.
Yep.
I'm
perfect.
Actually kind of surprised here.
Perfect.
I thought for sure we were getting at least one race swap, maybe even a gender swap, because that's just the way Hollywood goes today. But other than changing some of their hair color and putting some glasses on Velma, this they actually kind of look like the roles. Like I can see Abby Ryder Forston looking like Velma if you put some glasses on her with some red hair. McKenna Grace, we already talked about as Daphne, and Shaggy. I think Tanner Hagen looks great. So I'm surprised. So that's what I wanted to bring up. I'm not going to get into the article. That's just what I wanted to show there. They did announce that Frank Welker was going to be doing the voice of Scooby Doo.
Who is Frank Welker?
He's a voice actor. He's done multiple cartoons. He did Megatron back in the original.
Oh wow,
that's cartoon, a Transformers cartoon.
Okay, I thought the name sounded familiar.
Longtime voice actor.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right. Well, yeah. Okay. So, Bob, you think they got it?
I think they might have nailed the casting.
Okay. All right.
Surprised.
Fair. Okay. Lily, what are your thoughts? You think they did it?
We'll see him come out as a pit bull.
That's what I thought too. That's what I was gonna comment on Twitter. Actually, I was gonna quote tweet it and be like, is Scooby gonna be a cat or like where?
That's a great one, Walter. Good.
Yeah, that was
Well
good. Because we're also used to Netflix just not.
Well, you guys have problems with Dalmatians? Is there an issue here?
Yeah, well, not for Scooby. It's supposed to be a great day.
He's gonna be a little chihuahua. Oh.
Oh no.
No, but what do you think, Lily?
Yeah, the cast looks good. I don't know. For me, I'm like all Scooby Dooed out. This was my childhood when I was little, so I am. Yes, that's all I used to watch when I was a little girl. So that's my Scooby Gang. And what was it? The Sarah Michelle Gellar and
Freddie Prinze Jr., Matthew Lillard, and Linda Cardellini.
That was my live action Scooby Gang. So now anybody else, I'm like, okay, I guess, whatever. But no, they look good. I'm actually glad that they picked people. Like, I feel like Shaggy, perfect. Like,
Shaggy looks good
perfectly. Yeah, and then Velma as well. Like, I could just imagine her with the glasses and the hair.
Yeah, she does look good. I can picture it.
But yeah, no, I'm glad that Netflix finally is taking a little bit of notes and they're doing things correctly.
What do you think, Josh?
I love it. And by the way, I grew up with these cartoons where you had Casey Kasem voice Shaggy, right?
Yeah.
Did I get that right?
Yeah.
And I think they all look good. I think the actor who's going to play Shaggy, of course, we got to, see what he sounds like. But Velma looks great with the glasses. And Daphne and Fred, I think it's going to be great. I really am looking forward to this. So this is on Netflix, correct?
It'll be on Netflix. Yeah.
It will be on. I think they did a great job with this. Again, I'm curious if they, dye his hair blonde, what they do about all this, or if they keep as is. I did see that for the original one, James Gunn apologized for making Scrappy a villain.
I'm fine with that. That was perfect.
Well, thank you, Caveat.
Yeah, Caveat. Super chat for $2. This is to rank me up.
Yep. And boy, have you earned it, sir.
Thanks for that, Caveat. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. But yeah, I'm excited for this. When does this come out?
Don't know yet.
Okay. It's going to be good. That's my opinion.
All right.
What do you think, Derek?
Okay, Shaggy, yes. Shaggy they got. They nailed that one. I'll even give the same to Debbie on the end there.
To Daphne?
Daphne, excuse me. Yes, Daphne on the end. That adds up. Velma, I can see. I can see it. I'm not sold on it yet, but I can see it. Freddie in the middle there looks like that douche you really hated from that frat that nobody liked. So
is it the hair?
Yes, it's yes, Dexy. I apologize, it's Daphne.
Is it the hair on who's going to play Fred that you're a little like torn to, or
no? He just looks like a douche. I mean, that's it.
God.
Okay, so that's it's just what it is. Maybe it's a bad shot of him. Okay, yeah. So I'll believe it so far. I can be sold for sure. Would like to see a trailer just to see what they all look like in the element.
Yeah.
But so far, okay. I'm not going to say I'm sold yet, but I'm interested. Show me more. That's how I'm looking at this.
All right.
So that was the news. A lot of news. Ton of news.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the next section of fun, shall we?
He's been struck by lightning. How many times is it now, Reg?
66 times.
Folks, there's a segment called You Thought Your Day Was Bad. You know about this. Basically, we're going to show people going through some type of excruciating pain at basically our benefit emotionally. So, Bob, why don't you go ahead and show us the video?
All right. Yeah. So this actually came from a news report out of Pennsylvania, and I thought this was pretty funny here. Let me go ahead and share this with you guys.
Police officers in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, were asking people to be on the lookout for a man who robbed a store. And I think we do have his description. Can we take that? Let's take his description.
Really?
Okay, this is the guy they wanted people in Pennsylvania to be out on the lookout for. He's got he's got a nose and some hair that goes like that, and he was wearing a hat at the time of this particular particular crime. It's got kind of a chin that comes down to almost a point. Stands about 5 feet 4 inches.
Wow. Okay. You want to throw grenades?
No, I'm just joking on that one. Here, let me pull up the actual thing here.
Your day's coming, Bob. Your day is coming.
That looks like Curious George stole his owner's hat.
All right. So for today's, you thought your day was bad. It seems like at some points it just starts early for us guys. And here's an example of that here.
Oh.
Oh God, yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Welcome to Mary Bye.
The dad should have warned him what he was in for the rest of his life.
Good Lord.
So that was this week. So you thought your day was bad.
I love his little face. He's looking at them like, are you guys seeing this?
Yeah, he's just like,
are you guys seeing this? Are you seeing her?
And, it's like and then he goes back to looking at her, and it's like he wants to say, "Is this reaction really all that necessary?"
And I love the way she's just like,
oh my God, I can't even. I am sorry to all men out there when we get crazy, because we do get crazy.
I saw a thing today. I saw a thing today that said that men will only listen to their wives for about 6 minutes a day, but can listen to their best friends all day long.
That is truth to that. A lot of truth to that. Hey, Z, see you in the chat, man. Thanks for coming in tonight.
Hey,
welcome to the party, sir.
Thank God Z is here.
All right.
As if you think he's going to be your friend throughout all this, you better watch him out.
He's a nicer friend than Dixie over there. Let me tell you. Good Lord.
So we learned from these that we sometimes get it pretty early, and Josh is a wanted man.
Yeah, apparently. Thanks, Bob. Hopefully nobody comes to my door, jerk. I'm taking you down with me.
Oh man.
What are you going to when was the last time you went to El Paso? You're not taking him anywhere.
Well, I'll make sure to get him.
I'm sure you will. All right. Let's move on to the next section, please.
I gotta go see my mom.
See, now we're speaking the language. All right, folks. In the theme of tonight's main event, we are here to talk about our favorite sci-fi movies. Man, I'm excited about this because just watching the film that we reviewed this week got me very much back in to sci-fi movies as a whole. I was already there, but it reminded me just how great science fiction can be. We'll talk about that later. But tonight we're going to talk about some of our favorites in terms of science fiction films. So we know the rules of the game here. Are we just to clarify?
Let's do it this way. Let's go around and let's each give our honorable mentions.
Yes, let's do that.
Then we'll go around and each person can give their 5, and instead of us just going one at a time.
All right. Yes,
Guys,
first, Lily, kick us off.
I kind of have a problem because I have like 11 movies.
I have 3 of them.
There's no problem here.
I understand that, Lily, because good Lord, there are so many good science fiction movies out there that as like my top 3 were already set, but below that, they're interchangeable.
Bob gave me the assignment and I chose to ignore it.
I bet I know Bob's very easily.
Credit, Lily. Look at it that way.
So I'm going to cheat and I'm going to...
Do it.
I'm
Do
gonna
it.
cheat, and
Do
I'm
it.
gonna do it this way. Okay, so I know some people are probably gonna disagree with me, but if I had to include Star Wars, of course it would be in my top. But I see Star Wars more as a fantasy and like a space fantasy type of movie. So I'm gonna choose not to include that in here because to me, science fiction, like true science fiction, has a particular feel for me.
Okay. No, that's fine.
That's
If
fair.
that's the way your list is going to go, that's perfect. That's fine.
Yeah, so this is how I did it because I know everybody's gonna be like, "But you're like a Star Wars fan." Like, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
no,
I
you're
know.
not a Star Wars fan anymore. You've
Oh my God, Josh!
Josh, that's all your list is. All right, quiet.
shut
I know
up.
his
Eric.
all-
Shut up, you're on my list.
He's going to have the prequels, the original trilogy, and Rogue One.
You know
Yes.
what? We know Bob Interstellar's your number one. So there you
Not
go.
necessarily, Josh.
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh, I've
You'll
never
see what my
seen it.
list is. But go ahead, Lily. Give us
Okay,
your
so
honorable
you
mentions.
said we had to have 5, right? 2, 3, 4.
Well, give us your honorable mentions first,
Okay.
and then
Yeah,
we'll
honorable
go into the
mentions
5.
first.
Honorable mentions. I guess I would have to say that I have Arrival. I don't know if you guys have seen that one.
Arrival's a fantastic
Arrival's
film.
good.
Arrival
that
is such a great movie. So that one
Yep.
has Jeremy Renner and it has Amy Adams.
Yes.
And they're trying to figure out why these aliens came to Earth because they've settled all over the planet and we have to figure out a way to communicate with them. So it's really great because it's not telling the story like in a linear fashion. You kind of have to put all the little pieces together, and that's what I love about it because every single time I watch it, for some reason, I always forget what the plot is and I have to watch it. Like it's like I'm watching it for the first time every single time. So I don't know if I'm completely like having a Finding Dory moment. And then I guess my other honorable mention I would have to say is Ex Machina. This is a newer
Oh,
sci-fi
man.
movie.
Good choice.
This one is so good
Amazing.
because a lot of people like to think that the ending is a satisfying one, and I don't. I see it as a very scary ending. So if you've seen this movie, it's a cautionary tale
Mhm. Yes,
to
it is.
why we should never trust AI.
Mhm.
So definitely, if you guys have not seen this movie, this is with Oscar Isaac and Donald Gleason. Excellent, excellent movie. It's so creepy. And then
Good choice.
Very
another
intense.
honorable mention is Stargate. I love Stargate.
Oh,
So-
yeah. Good one. That's a real
So
good one.
this one was one that I saw when I was little, like a little bit younger, and I just thought that it was cool because I was one of the history Egypt types of kids. So the fact
You
Uh-oh.
lost her.
Loser?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We can't hear you, Lily.
Yeah, I think we lost her there.
Okay.
All right. Well,
She mentioned no Star Wars and look what happened. Just saying.
oh, Josh.
Guys, you could be
Hey,
kicked off here at
Arnold.
any point. Just remember that.
The force is strong.
No, it's not. Anyway.
we'll go ahead and move on. We'll come back to her when she.
Yeah, when she joins back up, we'll get back
Yeah.
to her. Okay, Josh, what's your first Star Wars movie? Just get it out of the way.
Oh, it isn't. These are my honorable mentions. I have Interstellar, which I thought was a very good movie. I haven't like gone back and seen it a ton of times, but I thought it was a very good sci-fi movie. Star Trek. I've got to put Star Trek as an honorable mention. I really loved the movie that came out. I even bought it, and I was not a big Star Trek fan. Didn't grow up watching it. Bob was a big Star Trek fan. And so I've got that. And then I have one more honorable mention, RoboCop. Gotta love RoboCop. Would have been very close probably to my top 5, but I have something else in there instead. So I just kind of wrote RoboCop now, but really love that movie. We just watched it. I watched a little of the behind the scene documentary on Amazon Prime, which was very good. I just remember people talking about RoboCop, that scene where he gets shot up. You know, it's still like shocking all these years later. And yeah, those are my 3.
All right. Bob, what do you?
All right. So for my honorable mentions, I've got Dune Parts 1 and 2 as one of those because I actually consider those really one movie. It just because of the way they're structured. You need to be watching both of those. And then for my other one, I have Aliens.
Oh, okay.
I love Aliens.
Okay.
Aliens is great. What's his name? Bill Paxton. he's great as Hudson. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Fantastic.
Yeah, and it's a dry heat.
That's funny.
Good play. Good play.
Yeah, it's great because he's always complaining about everything, but he goes out in a heroic way. I love the arc, but the story with Ellen Ripley, Newt, Hicks, all of them, I think it's great. And to see the arc that Ellen Ripley goes on in that particular movie, fantastic. So Aliens.
Okay, very good choices. All right, then that leaves to me. Okay, now just to let everybody know, I wrote this list before I saw the movie that we will be reviewing tonight.
Okay.
If you ask me this list again after seeing that, it could very well make my top 5 for sure. So leave that one alone for now.
There she is.
There she is.
Oh, there she is.
My internet. That was weird.
That's what I figured that it was. Dixie turns around.
Yeah, the internet. Really, you can no longer talk about Star Wars on X. I'm sorry. I'm going to be there responding to every comment when you talk about Star Wars now.
Could you please shut
It's because no, to me, sci-fi has like a certain type of feel, certain type of like look to it. And to me, yeah, sorry, but Star Wars is too much of a blend of fantasy elements too for it to be like true sci-fi for me. And that's why I don't consider it. Sorry.
Hey, this kind of goes back to that list we did when we did the top 5 fantasy films. Remember, Lily, how you had said this was kind of our list because we all kind of have a different definition of what fell under fantasy. And that's kind of the same thing here with sci-fi.
Yeah. So because honestly, if you were to consider Star Wars, it could fit into multiple categories and it would be your top number 1 in everything if you were to just actually put it in little categories like that. So to me, that's why I'm like, I don't know, but just know, yes, I am a Star Wars fan. And yes, sorry guys. So sorry, do you want me to continue or somebody else?
Yeah, you had already done Ex Machina and you were getting into the next one, and then we'll get to you, Derek, for your honorable mentions.
Right. Yep.
Okay, so I had Stargate as well. I think that's why I started cutting off.
Yeah, you started talking about Stargate and you got cut off.
Yeah, so Stargate. So I was that kid that loved Egypt and I love science and I love all that type of stuff. So for me, just having like a blend of sci-fi with a little bit of history, I thought that was super cool. So if you guys haven't seen that and if you've been living under a rock, watch Stargate.
True enough.
And then another honorable mention I have is Gattaca. I don't know if you guys.
I remember that movie. I didn't see it, but I remember it.
When did that come out? I've heard of it.
Like 1997, maybe?
Oh, I thought it was in the 80s, like late 80s.
No, that came out in
the 90s.
That was in the 90s.
Yeah. 1997. Yeah. Right on the money there.
So again, if you guys haven't seen it in the chat, I don't know what you guys have been doing, but that one is pretty cool. So basically, we're so far into the future that you're able to engineer your children and you're able to take out things like disabilities, and you can actually change what they look like. If you want them to be blonde, what kind of eyes you want them to have. And it's following the story of Ethan Hawke, who his parents were one of the last ones who chose not to have this done for him versus his brother, who his brother was actually engineered. And it's very different. And you get to see how both of them deal with it and how Ethan Hawke's character strives to accomplish all of his goals despite his parents not doing this for him. So it's a really, really good one. This is one if you want to get a little bit more, get your brain a little bit more involved because it has a lot of ethics in it. So this would be a really, really great one to watch. And then another honorable mention that I have as well. Oh, I really, really love this movie, but because this is by the same author,
The Martian, right?
Yes, The Martian. So this is the only reason why I pushed this one down, because I didn't want to have two movies by the same author. So The Martian, and that one is with Matt Damon, another really great one. His crew takes off when there's a really bad storm happening from Mars. He gets left behind. They think that he's dead, and he has to figure out a way to survive on Mars until they can come up with a plan to either save him or they completely fail, and that's where he dies. And of course, it has a quirkiness with Andy Weir. If you guys are familiar with his work, is that he makes the science fiction easy for you to follow, but at the same time, he makes it fun, and he gives you a little bit of comedy in between too. And I feel like Matt Damon did a really great job with that one as well. So those were my honorable mentions, like all 20 of them.
That's all right.
Oh, look at that. Z's got his jacket.
That's funny.
Oh, that was good. All right. Good
list, Lily.
Good list there, Lily.
Very good list.
Solid. Yeah. All right. So I'll give my honorable mentions here. And I was kind of like Lily. I had like 20 to start off with here, but I'm just going to narrow it down to 2. Okay. So a lot of people don't consider this one sci-fi, but I do, just because I think it gets too into the outer regions of the mind not to be considered it. So it's a long shot, but I'm calling it. One of my honorable mentions is Inception.
Okay.
I think that's sci-fi.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's sci-fi.
It definitely is sci-fi.
That was one
Somebody else earlier mentioned Inception too.
Yeah.
I think it was Caveat. Yeah, right there. Caveat had mentioned Arrival and Inception.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
So, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I'm not totally crazy here. You guys are buying that it's sci-fi.
Josh.
That's gonna be Josh's number 1 for everything.
Yep.
Oh my God. No, I think all of you are gonna love my top 5, by the way. I think this is a first top 5 that all of you will.
Oh my gosh, Battlefield Earth.
Battlefield Earth was I've mentioned this, Bob, before, that we should all pick a bad movie to review one week.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
That'd be fun. That's a
Battle-
great
All
idea.
we have to do is go by Josh's favorite list, and we'll have a bunch of bad movies.
Oh, shut up, Bob. You know you and I like the same movies. So just stop. My
Should we
God.
review My Best Friend's Wedding first then for you?
No,
Josh?
what are you gonna review Derek Alien Earth?
Yes, I will. Over and over again.
What a waste of time. God.
Go ahead, Derek.
All right, let's continue. I am going to say anything from this series could actually qualify for me for honorable mentions, but I am going to say Terminator 2. The whole concept of what happens future-wise is absolutely awesome.
Awesome.
And then Lily disagrees.
No. I'm trying not to give away that's actually in my top 5.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Look,
Giving it Lily.
Derek, that would have literally been my number 7.
Is that right?
Yeah, because and it pains me not to have it on my list, but
you don't have Terminator 2 on your list?
I just said I don't have it on there, and you'll see why.
What are you doing?
God, man.
Lord,
No, but it's an awesome movie. Hey, I had another James Cameron one on there. I had Aliens.
Oh my God.
Josh, you really don't want to talk after My Best Friend's Wedding at all.
I know.
All right?
Shut up, Derek. Okay, let's just do this. It's amazing how the two of you gang up on poor me every time.
That's right.
Every time.
Folks. All right.
Good Lord.
Okay.
The amount of hours I put in to be both of your friends, it's ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Honor.
So, Lily, we want to inform you that
you see his big stupid face when they walk in the door. Can we do it? You're a genius.
Still my favorite one. I think it's because it's Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Of course it's your favorite because it's true. Because Drew McIntyre. Awesome.
Yeah, exactly. No, but you're saying, Derek.
I was just mentioning those are my honorable mentions, and I think it's time to get on to the rest of the list for everybody here. I am sure we are going to collide with each other here.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
Yeah.
You guys already did Josh's and Bob's?
Yeah.
On my 2, I had Dune Part 1 and 2 as one of my honorable mentions because I have those at one movie, and I have Aliens.
Wow, Bob. You know what? Kick him out. Kick him out immediately.
And Lily, I had Interstellar, Star Trek, and RoboCop.
And my
Which
best
Star Trek?
RoboCop.
The one I like, the one with. Now, really?
Which Star Trek? Well, the one I like. Yeah, you know, the one.
He doesn't even know which movie.
The one I
I
bought.
will give some additional shout outs if I could. The Road Warrior.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
I will even throw this is another one that I don't think gets enough credit for being science fiction, but Jurassic Park could go on there for me too.
No, that's science fiction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Really,
Wow,
really good.
you just agreed with me. Oh my god. Oh my god.
The one I like.
Go back to what Dixie said, Bob.
Oh, you mean this?
Oh my gosh.
You're a jerk, Dixie. I give up.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Let's get on to the list. Josh, since you feel so picked on, we'll go to you first. How about that?
Are we listing the whole thing or just
Just give your top five.
Yeah.
All right. Number 5, I had to do it because I really loved this movie. Project Hail Mary.
Okay.
I had to put it as my top 5, number 5.
Okay.
And I was going to be RoboCop, but this movie was so different, and we're going to talk about it, but I had to put it in my top 5.
Okay, that's fine.
Number 4, Alien.
The original Alien.
The original Alien. Love that movie. It got me into just, watching all of them. I enjoyed them. I enjoyed it.
There you go, Josh. You see? Starting off strong, man.
Thank you, Z. Number 3 is Back to the Future for me.
Okay.
Love that movie. Probably the whole trilogy. Honestly, 3 is not my favorite, but I could probably say the whole, series. Number 2, hands down, Terminator 2.
Hold on. Okay, you're not a big fan of 3, you said?
Not a big fan of 3.
Could you not be a big fan of 3? No. As much as we have fun with part 3.
Forfeit! What's that mean?
No, it's good.
I mean, he's great. Come on, Buford Tannen is great.
No, I know.
Wow.
I'm saying I like all of it. Okay.
Okay. I get that. Okay, go ahead.
Number 2, Terminator 2. To me, that was an amazing film.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know when you're ready to hear me. Okay,
Yeah.
You just let me know.
You got it, Josh. You got this, man. This is a good list. I got to give this to you. This is a good list, man.
Yeah, it is a good list.
And my number 1, in honor of my good friend Dixie, Star Wars.
The whole trilogy, or
I'll say Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi.
So no Acolyte?
No Acolyte. I hate that Acolyte.
Just making sure. I'm glad we cleared that up.
List and honestly, Alien, I could say Alien 2 as well. With that, I forgot, was Alien 3 has been so long.
Aliens. It's not Alien 2, it's Aliens.
Aliens.
But the third one wasn't as good as the others, right?
No, the Alien 3 sucked.
Okay.
I like the concept of it, and I think that had they let the director really do what he wanted to do, I think it would have been better. But yeah, it's a bad movie.
Okay, so I could say Alien and Aliens for that one, but boy, that Project Hail Mary, the fact that it's top 5 was very impressive and very different for me. Like, Josh landed the plane, but he had alcohol in his breath.
Looks like we lost Lily again there for a little bit. She said your internet's having trouble.
All right,
because she didn't go with the Force.
All right. Well, I guess while we're waiting on Lily, I'll go ahead and do mine here.
Go ahead, Tom.
All right. So for my number 5, and I got to point out again, these 5, I love all of these. So I hate to put some of them where they're positioned, but all right. So at number 5, I got The Matrix. I think The Matrix is an awesome movie. I mean, heck yeah, it changed the way they made films during that time period. I think the original one is awesome. I'm not a big fan of the sequels, but the original one is awesome.
The second one was okay. It wasn't as good as the first one, but you and I saw the second one, didn't we, together?
The second one's okay. The third one, and the fourth one is trash.
Right.
But the original Matrix is great. So I've got that one at number 5. Number 4, I have Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan.
Okay.
I think that is a near perfect movie. The character arc what?
If you say it's a near perfect movie, why isn't it your number 1?
Because of what I've got at number 1.
Okay, go ahead.
Any other questions?
No, go ahead. I'm just, talking.
Well, I know you are. That's the problem.
Shut up.
There we go. We got Lily back.
Oh, wow. Oh, we almost have
Oh, there we go. I love that.
On video.
Sorry,
No,
guys.
I love that avatar right there.
My internet is not working at all, so I had to jump on my phone. So if I sound terrible, I apologize. I am so sorry.
No, you're good. You're good,
It's
Lily.
gonna keep kicking me off.
I had the same problem a couple of weeks ago. So
yeah, I have no
good.
idea what they're doing with it, but yeah. So I'm sorry. Who was talking about the list?
So for my list, I had The Matrix at number 5.
Mhm.
I've got Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan at number 4. I think that it's a near perfect movie. The setup and payoff that is in that movie, I think, is really good, and the character arc that Kirk goes on is perfect. Spock, or before I get to Spock, with Kirk, he starts the movie going through a midlife crisis, talking about how he feels old. He's 50 years old, and then by the end of the movie, he says he feels young. Great character arc. That he in the way that he feels by the end of the film. Also, Spock's death scene is one of the best death scenes in movie history. I stand by that. I think that is a fantastic scene, and it's not like the J.J. Abrams one where Spock and Kirk are blubbering all over each other. No, you got Spock. He's dying. He stands up in that engine room, and he straightens his uniform because he's got his commanding officer there. And they're separated by this glass that they can't get to each other. It is a fantastic scene. So Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. My number 3, I've got Interstellar. I absolutely love that film. I think Matthew McConaughey is fantastic, and it is my favorite Chris Nolan film. So I've got Interstellar, number 3. I have The Empire Strikes Back at number 2. This is a film that I would consider a perfect film. Which is why I also had Star Trek II lower, because this is one I consider perfect. I think The Empire Strikes Back is far superior to the original Star Wars, and the reveal that Darth Vader is his father is awesome. I mean, it's top notch. But my number 1 movie or science fiction film is also a perfect movie, and it is my favorite movie of all time, and that is Back to the Future. I love Back to the Future. That is a fantastic movie. You've got the greatest villain in the history of movies.
Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think with fly fin.
He is fantastic, and it's science fiction because of the time travel element, and I think it is just an awesome film. I love Back to the Future. So yeah, that's my list.
Nicely done. All right.
Hey, I did have it at number 2, but Back to the Future is a perfect movie that's just awesome. That's my favorite. Now, if you want to make an argument that Empire Strikes Back might actually be a better movie, I could probably get behind that argument, but these are my favorites. So I've got Back to the Future ahead of that.
Well, then I'm really going to make Dixie mad. I'm probably Josh, too.
Uh-oh.
Sure you are.
I do not have Star Wars on my top 5. And
I give up.
Hold on. The reason for that is similar to Lily. I don't necessarily view this as science fiction. I view it as fantasy. If you ask me what my favorite fantasy movies is, it makes top 5 probably every time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
for sure.
But science fiction, different to me, different feel entirely. And there's a different feel to me to what science fiction is, and that's why I thought Star Wars was a fantasy series. And so that's why I didn't put it on the top 5.
Yeah, it's.
I
agree with Dick.
Thank you, Kevin.
Sorry, Dixie.
ranting for 25
Come on,
minutes.
Dixie, stay with us. You made it this far. Okay, so I'm going to go with my number 5, and I'm surprised. I thought this was going to hit with somebody here, but it didn't make it. My number 5 is.
Well, Lily's still got to go, so it might be on her top 5.
Oh yeah, wait, no, gosh, Lily, you go first. What am I doing? Guess, please.
Okay, let me see.
Okay.
By the way, Bob, Derek, I thought about the one you just mentioned. Actually.
I know. Okay, I'll get back to it.
All right, so this is probably going to be, like I said, there's a certain criteria that a sci-fi movie needs to meet for me, and it's also something that I'm always going to watch over and over and over and over again. So these are the movies that I find myself watching over and over again that also happen to be sci-fi movies. So my number 5 is The Fifth Element.
Yeah, good movie.
Okay.
Good
Very
choice.
good movie.
I love that movie. It's so good. It's hilarious. It's got Bruce Willis. It's got Mia Jovovich. Like, what else do you want? There's aliens and all kinds of craziness going on, and Gary Oldman being crazy. Like, it's good. So yeah, so I love that movie, and this one is like a comfort movie. I just love to watch it over and over again, and I love the premise that you have to they're up against time to save humanity once again. So yeah, it's just good. And then my number 4 is actually staying a little bit with the comedy, is Galaxy Quest.
That is a fantastic movie. You see, that would be that would make my top 10. I think that's awesome.
Weaver, right? Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver. Yeah.
Tim Allen. Alan Rickman.
It's just so good, which is really funny because everybody keeps telling me that some Star Trek fans consider this a Star Trek movie. And I absolutely love Galaxy Quest, and I have never really been able to get into Star Trek.
You know what it is? It's closer to the original show. That's why a lot of people consider it Star Trek, because it's supposed to be a parody kind of Star Trek, but it very much is like a Star Trek film. Josh, have you ever seen Galaxy Quest?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Sam Rockwell is in that movie. Sam Rockwell makes that movie. Oh my God, he's so good.
Oh my gosh, Sam Rockwell is amazing.
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
What's my last name?
Honestly, Sam Rockwell is such a good actor. He's so underrated. Speaking of sci-fi movies, he actually made one that went under the radar called Moon, and I think that's actually worth the watch. So definitely check that one out if you guys haven't heard of it, because it's Sam Rockwell. So yeah, little extra one there.
The one he did earlier this year I thought was really good. Good luck, have fun, don't die.
Yeah, I haven't been able to.
Tim Allen was in it too, right?
Yeah, Tim Allen's in that too.
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, that was a great movie.
He still has one of the best scenes ever in a movie when it's him dancing in Iron Man 2.
Oh God, Sam Rockwell. Oh God.
I think he has something in his contracts where it's like, I need to have at least one dance scene in every movie.
Yeah.
He's one of those actors that elevates everything he's in.
I love
that scene.
He's so good.
Where Sigourney Weaver's trying to go up and talk to the little creatures, and he grabs her and pulls her away, and he's like, shh, haven't you guys ever watched the show?
So I like in Iron Man 2 when he sits down and he's like, do you like ice cream? I eat my dessert first. I always get what I want, and I know you want to get what you want.
What did he?
Good.
What was the line in Galaxy Quest? Could those be the Minas? Yeah, dude, they're like 3 years old. Minas, I think Minas.
I love it where he's like, there's a red thingy coming towards the green thingy. I think we're the green thingy.
So good.
You see, you all like this movie. I feel like you guys need to rearrange your top 5.
No, it would make my top 10. It would. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Love it.
Because everybody was just having a good time remembering it. So that's what makes a good movie.
Okay, what's your number 3?
All right. So my number 3 is actually Terminator 2.
Great. Good for you.
So that's why I was like, yay, Derek, and then yay, Josh. So yeah, this is
incredible movie. One of the coolest villains ever. It's just so freaking cool. And then we get Arnold Schwarzenegger giving us all of his famous lines, and he's just a complete badass in this movie. And then you have Sarah Connor being so cool. Like, it's amazing. I love it. So
absolutely.
Number two. My number two. So I'm gonna cheat a little bit. So I'm gonna do what Bob did too. So my number two is actually Dune Parts 1 and 2.
Wow.
Really, Lily? You didn't put it at number one?
I did not put it at number one. You'll see why.
Okay, I'll see why. Okay.
All right.
So Dune Parts 1 and 2. So I absolutely love these books, and I absolutely love how Denis Villeneuve is adapting these books. This isn't going to be your typical kind of action movie. There's not a lot of action scenes in it because it's a lot of politics. And I absolutely love that about these movies. I know that a lot of people don't give them a chance because they think that they're boring. They don't understand it. That's because you actually have to pay attention. This is not a movie that you put on and scroll through your phone or do something else. This is a movie that you actually have to pay attention to. And if you really look at it, there's so much craziness happening. Like, there's witches, there's like some different kinds of elements that you're dealing with, aliens, and it's just so cool. Like, I think Bob had told me that Derek and Josh haven't seen this, right?
Yeah,
like,
no,
We have not seen it.
Yeah, we want to do a watch through for those to get ready for Dune 3. And we want to have you on for that.
Yeah,
for those
and
episodes.
then just the way that these movies look, they're some of the most beautiful movies that I think I have ever seen. And just the arc with Paul Atreides is so cool because I know we're not supposed to be cheering him on, and you guys will see why. But I don't care. That trailer for the third movie came out, and that war chant that he's doing, I have not been able to get it out of my mind since the trailer dropped.
It was a good trailer. It was a really good trailer.
It was a very good trailer, yeah. And of course, they had some really cool villains. You got the Harkonnens. You've got Austin Butler as Fade Rotha. He did a great job. I didn't think he could pull something like that off, and that's why I think he can play any role after he played this one. But Timothée Chalamet as Paul Atreides is just knocking it out of the park for me. Like, if Michael B. Jordan can win an award for playing a vampire, I don't see why Timothée Chalamet can't win an award for playing Paul Atreides. I think he's done a great job with this character. But yeah, I just love it. The only reason why it's not at number one is because we still have the third movie to go. So we'll see if they stick the landing. Okay. So my number one, this might be a little bit controversial because I barely saw this movie on Saturday.
Oh, so you got this. Okay.
You got Project Hail Mary is number
Project Hail Mary is my number one movie.
All right, Walter, you had that one wrong.
Yeah, was not fun, as a matter of fact.
So the reason why I have this movie at my number one is because I had already read the book. And this, to me, was a perfect adaptation of a book. And this is exactly what they need to do when they say that they're going to make a book into a movie. And I just love everything about it. Like, we'll get into it when we start talking about it, but I feel like a lot of people can relate to Grace. And I just love the element of friendship and the fact that you have this common goal with someone else that you wouldn't ever think that you would have to work with, and that you have to become friends with them, and trying to figure that out, that you're both different. And somehow you reach this point where you're friends. And I love this movie so much. I loved it so much. This is the first movie ever that I've had to take like a little thing of tissues with me, because I knew that I was going to be a big old mess, and I was. I used up all of the tissues. Like, Ryan Gosling is just amazing. This is the best movie I've ever seen him in. Like it was incredible. So there was hype for it for a reason, but I won't go on so that we can actually get into the movie.
I know we all have a lot to say about it.
Yeah.
So. All right, Derek, give us your 5.
That was a good top 5. Good
list, Lily.
Yeah, good things for people to watch if you haven't seen them. Please do. All right, so my number 5. Again, I'm kind of shocked because I have some ones I thought.
What is Jack and Jill? I'm so confused. Sorry, Derek.
You really want to know?
I don't know if I want to know.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so here, I'm assuming it's the Adam Sandler Jack and Jill that we're talking about.
That's what I think he's talking about.
Okay, well, let me share this.
Oh. Sorry. His wife and daughter are home.
No, I'm pretty sure he means the Adam Sandler one.
Okay, very good. Because Lily,
don't worry about it.
This is the poster for Jack and Jill.
Yeah, Adam Sandler plays a brother and sister, twins.
He plays, brother and sister, and Adam Sandler plays both of them.
Okay, because I was like, what is the inside joke that I'm not getting?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You may not want to get that after seeing that.
Oh, okay.
I think it goes back to when we were talking Adam Sandler movies.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Derek. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. If anything, I'm sorry for what I just showed you. All right. So number 5. And again, I thought someone would say it, but Planet of the Apes is my number 5.
We're talking the original, right?
Yes, 1968.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Now I know a lot of people like the recent ones, and they're fun. They're a lot of fun. But come on, man, 68. That that scene at the end with the Statue of Liberty totally collapsed. That was a huge deal back then. Like people were terrified of that. And so that is still one of the most iconic scenes I think you can see in the movie. And plus the story is just really amazing. Really, really good science fiction. My number 4, and again, I'm kind of like, boy, guys, really? Nobody? Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
You've never seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
I don't think I have. Maybe clips.
We got some work to do with everybody here. Lily just hated the list, so she left. She's like, nope, that's it. No, so
maybe her internet came back on. Maybe she's switching back to her other.
Yeah, no problem. So this is one of Steven Spielberg's greatest gifts that he's ever given us in film. I think that this was right after Jaws, wasn't it? Oh, there's Lily.
It might have been right after Jaws.
Yeah. So we get Jaws, and then we have this piece of magic that is given to us in terms of his science fiction gem, in my opinion.
Hey, and he's doing it again with Disclosure Day coming out later this year.
That also
that
looks fantastic, by the way.
The trailer looks great, yeah.
Really, really good. I'm excited for that one.
The trailer looks good, but I don't know about the title. The title's a little weird.
Lily's a very tough critic in case people can't tell. It was funny. I was asking, I was looking around critic lists today, and I'm like, wait, does Lily have a critic list page? I'm pretty sure she does. And he goes, 300 mirrors? And I'm
he's like, oh yeah, duh.
Stupid. So I got to go in there and read some of your stuff too. I'm getting familiar with a lot of people in their reviews. So number 3 for me, though, Bob, you got me. Matrix, the first one. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, the first Matrix is awesome.
Oh my God.
It's just stuff that'll blow your mind. It just looks so amazing in every which way. The fight sequences are awesome. The premise of the film is brilliant. Hi, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Say hi. She wanted to know if Dixie's been talking to me.
Always. The answer is yes. Always. So, yeah, I mean, we're not even going to get into 2 and 3. I'm not even going to touch those films. The first Matrix is in my opinion, a science fiction work of art, and I haven't seen anything really like it since it came out. Just awesome, absolutely amazing. Everybody's waving. Josh is Terex. Okay, now it's a competition. All right, there's Walter waving hi. Okay, number 2, I'm going to combine them because I actually think they are kind of the first 2, not third, but the first 2 I consider kind of a package deal, and that's the 2 Alien films. Those films are just.
That's because there's only 2 Alien films.
Well, that's right. Again, there we are.
Like last week, we said there were only 3 Indiana Jones films. There are only 2 Alien films.
And we reviewed the last and the third installment of Indiana Jones last week.
I know. One of these days we'll go back and do Temple. We'll bring Lily on for that one because she said
we need to do Temple. So. Temple's in the back.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Yeah, and then number 1, I'm probably odd man out on this because I honestly just feel like this movie is criminally underrated. However, it's also kind of what makes it a cult classic that flew under the radar. But I still appreciate it because of just how beautifully done it is. My number 1 is Blade Runner.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
I can accept that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I can absolutely accept that.
Yeah, he was
great movie.
It didn't get like the appreciation it should have when it came out. Because I don't think this came out in 1982.
Right.
I think people had kind of like they didn't really know what to think of it at first.
Right.
What is this future land? That really wasn't what people were into at the time. But if you go back and watch it, like rewatch it, like even to this day, it's fascinating. It's absolutely great.
No, it's a great movie. I watched Blade Runner. Hey, Jericho, I watched Blade Runner the first time when we were in college.
Yes.
It's not in a class.
Actually, Dixie, if you've gone to see Project Hail Mary, a thumbs down is actually a good thing. So
that's true. Good point.
Saying. Thank you, Dixie.
It was this or something, right?
No,
So
the thumbs down.
Good point there. Are you talking about the director's cut?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I will say the director's cut with that one. Yeah. So did Dixie hate all our lists?
Dixie liked mine.
No, he really didn't, though.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't, Josh.
I had his favorite movie of all time as number 1.
Right. Just because you had that doesn't mean he liked anything else.
No, he liked any other stuff.
My Best Friend's Wedding does not count as a science fiction movie.
I give up.
Thank you.
All right. No, that was fun. That
was good.
This was fun.
Yeah, good times. All right. Next segment of the night, please.
All right, time for Stump the Chumps. Last week's was not good. This week I had to really dig deep, and I think I'm going to win this one. I really do. So Ryan Gosling, who we're going to be talking about. Why is it when I start talking? Really? I'll go Bob. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
There it is.
So Ryan Gosling was in a movie that Bob mentioned not too long ago, Crazy Stupid Love, which is a very good movie. And I just found this out. Let's see if anyone can get this. What did Ryan Gosling do to prepare for this movie?
Oh my gosh. I should probably know this as a Ryan Gosling fan.
Would not think that he would do.
Ryan, what would he do?
Take your time.
I'm gonna go off the wall on this one.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that he did maybe some ballet or dance classes because he had to lift up Emma Stone for that scene because he said he knew how to do that lift from Dirty Dancing.
Okay.
No, that's where I was going. That was my guess.
Okay. No. For this particular answer, no. Lily?
I have no idea. Oh my gosh.
You want to give it a try?
What would he have done to prepare for this movie? I have no idea. I can't think of anything.
Well, I have officially stumped the chumps. He bought books on how to pick up women.
Oh my god!
On how to pick up women for all those scenes with Steve Carell.
Does he not know that he's Ryan Gosling? He doesn't have to read books about picking up women.
No, so I stumped the chump. Woo!
All right. Well, for the first time,
read a book.
Hold on, because Josh, shut up. For the first time, for Stump the Chumps, for all of us instead of Josh,
You bunch of losers!
he finally got us.
So, Josh, just so we can reiterate how I feel about that question, though. Still,
brother, what a night it really was.
I don't care.
Yes, you do.
Stumped you, Derek.
There you go.
Love it is on my side.
Yeah, I like that. After last week, you can tell you tried really hard. No, Josh, that's the assignment, man. You finally did it.
Told you.
Good job.
Finally
did it.
Woo!
I'm gonna give you some credit on that one. You finally did a good job.
So mad right now. He's getting red. He's upset.
Josh,
you don't keep pushing it. Josh, remember what happened to you in fantasy football. Quit while you're ahead. You did it.
You chew your soda a little more? Or are you done?
Yeah.
All right.
Stick your head in that freezer. Cool off a little bit.
No, I'm just fine, Josh. Thank you. Okay, let's move on to something that actually matters, unlike Josh's stupid little game.
Thank God.
Lily, do you have any tissues extra?
I'm gonna cry all over again.
I have questions for Lily on this when it's my turn.
All right.
With the book.
Josh, this might make you happy, okay? So the tissues that I took with me were Star Wars tissues.
Okay, that's good. Lily, hold on, just real quick. Real quick, Lily, when you read the book, right?
Uh-huh.
How closely was this movie to the book? Was it like exact?
There were a lot of things that they had to cut out for time, and so it wouldn't bog down the entire movie.
Okay.
But it stayed so true to the book that it's crazy. I think that's why a lot of people are loving it, because book lovers are like, yes, finally we got something that was made that's actually a great adaptation. And it just so happens that they made it so cohesive and edited the things that were, like I said, could have bogged down the movie for people that hadn't read the book. So you could enjoy it. They give you the science really quick, they set it up for you, and then they tell you the story. Whereas in the book, they spend a little bit more time explaining the science, and we spend way more time with Rylan trying to figure out what's going on with the astrophage, which in the movie, as you guys saw, was kind of condensed a little bit more, and they didn't really so much focus on that part of it.
And I was going to say real quick, let's all give our thoughts spoiler free, and then we can jump into spoilers. Because that way, in case anybody hasn't seen it, they'll at least know that we'll have a spoiler warning, but we can give our spoiler-free thoughts real quick.
Has anyone on the chat seen this movie yet?
Well, some have seen it already. Like Z's already seen it.
Okay.
So, well, we'll get the spoiler warning, Josh.
No kidding.
Just relax. All right. So let's go ahead and go around the room. Lily, I'm not sure will we really know your feelings on this film yet. So would you like to go ahead and share first since you are the guest?
I don't think she liked it.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, wasted time.
As we were saying earlier, if you've seen this movie, you get the joke, but all of the thumbs down for this movie. All the thumbs down. Yes.
All the thumbs down.
Well, you guys know I loved it. It had everything that there was for me to love. It has everything that's science. I'm a science nerd. It has Ryan Gosling in it. I love him. It had a little cute alien, and you guys know how I feel about my cute little alien. Yes, it's my mom.
That doesn't sound right.
No. It had all of the elements, and then of course it had a friendship and tough decisions, and of course we had Ryland's arc kind of weaving through the movie as well. And it's just what we needed. We just needed a really good movie to make everybody feel good and laugh a little bit, and not everything that we've been getting that's like super dark and depressing and what's the point of everything. Like, I think this is a refreshing movie that if you guys haven't seen it, you definitely need to go watch it. And I recommend that you watch it in IMAX. It is worth the trip. If it's at least like an hour away from you, it is worth the trip because this movie was made for IMAX. And all of the space scenes and all of that you get are just so incredibly beautiful that you will miss out if you don't watch it on IMAX. But yeah, I love it. I love it. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. 11 if possible.
Yeah, it's 11. I loved it so much.
Very good. All right, Josh, to you.
I will say I saw someone, I forgot who it was, that posted on Critic List that said this movie was a breath of fresh air, and I totally agree. This was so unique. I really enjoyed it. I know, Derek, you didn't know if I would or not, but I liked it. It was different. I was a little surprised because I don't know if you were on, Lily, when we talked about the original trailer of this. We all thought maybe, or I thought, he would start in space, but then it would take you back and really stay with him on Earth, preparing for it. And then it would go back towards the end, like the final part of the movie would be him in space. Mm-hmm. And it didn't do that, but it really, I talked in my review on Critic List that I really liked the pacing of this movie. I thought the pacing was very good, and it was well written. And really, I think Gosling really did an amazing job. And for somebody, it takes the one movie that I go back to, and I know Derek didn't like it, was Castaway with Tom Hanks. Being able to have to act on your own with an object. And Gosling did a great job on this. And the way that he just formed this bond with Rocky was amazing. And I don't want to get too deep until we put the spoilers up.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say for right now. Yeah.
All right. And then once we get into the spoiler section, I'll actually explain why they tell you the story in this sequence, the way that it goes with the book.
Yeah, that'd be good to know.
We'll wait for the spoilers.
Very good. All right, Bob, hit us.
All right. You and I, Derek, talked about this, about how, and you actually put this in your review, about how this is a movie that actually delivered. And I actually put this in my video review by saying, could it live up to the hype? And I thought this movie absolutely lived up to the hype. And like Lily said, this was a movie that had humor and some action, some science. It had a little bit of everything in it. And it's a movie that people were excited to go see. And I thought it was just fantastic from start to finish. I thought it was an engaging story. I thought that the characters were pretty entertaining. I love the character of Rocky, and we'll get into Rocky a little bit more here in just a bit. But I thought the story was amazing and the way the whole thing unfolded. Also, as far as Ryan Gosling goes, I'm going to be honest. I never wanted to forgive the man for being an absolute liability at cornerback for the Titans.
He's never going to live that down.
But he won me over when he laid into that creep, David Lindhagen.
I'm David Lindhagen.
David Lindhagen.
David Lindhagen.
Almost my question tonight. What was Kevin Bacon's name in Crazy Stupid Love? But I'm like, I bet somebody will get it.
So yeah, I thought his performance was fantastic. He absolutely hit a home run with this, and I think it was important that he hit a home run because of the fact that he had to carry a lot of the movie. Yes, the character of Rocky, I think, absolutely steals the show, but it doesn't work if Ryan Gosling doesn't hit a home run with his performance. And I thought he was very engaging from the start, from when the story first starts and the situation that he's in and the arc that he goes on. He's a very believable character. And I think that seeing his arc is kind of relatable in a way, and if for some of the reasons that you're going to point out, Derek. So I really loved this movie. I had a really good time with it.
Yeah. First of all, before we go any further here, I'm going to make a point about Castaway to get this out of the way right now. Don't you ever compare this movie to Castaway. Rocky is no, stop. You had your turn. My turn. You think in any shape, size, or form that stupid volleyball with hand art on it comes close to Rocky, you are deadly mistaken.
Bobby liked Castaway.
No,
but why does my opinion matter for him?
Sorry, I stick by Castaway. Castaway was a very good movie.
Castaway was a stupid movie that served no purpose.
You served no purpose.
Great of you. Anyway, okay. So now on to the film. Bob, yes, we did talk about this because I think we were all so excited for what we saw that a bunch of us, therefore Derek is wrong.
Yeah, that's the way Josh looks at it.
Yes.
Hi, Josh.
All right. So anyway, the brilliance of this film, yes, I'm going to go back to my first point that this had a lot of hype to live up to. But I also kind of felt to myself that I don't think they're going to disappoint. I had high hopes, and I really thought that they were going to deliver. And they did. In spades. Like even beyond, I think, when any of us were expecting. At least for me, it did that. Because I really I knew what to expect, but not totally. And that was the brilliance of the film, is how beautifully everything is done. And I did want to say about the film, and I write this in my review too, folks, this is a movie about like what you're made of at the end of the day, what you have in you. Like when you're up against the road and you have to face something very challenging, we all have doubts about ourselves. We all wonder if we can really do it. But when push comes to shove, you'd be surprised what you're capable of and what you find along the way. And that's what this movie is. And that's why I gave it such a high rating. I didn't give it 100, Lily. I gave it 96. I'm sorry.
What'd you give it, Bob?
I gave it a 90.
So did I. That's funny. Yeah, I give it a 90.
Oh my gosh, shame on all of you.
Automatically, even if it was 100%, I would have dropped it down because you shamed Star Wars.
Oh my gosh.
You get a thumbs down it, which really means a thumbs up.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, so that's kind of my summary of the film. And
we can take go ahead and put up the spoiler warning.
Yeah, let's put up the spoiler warning.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
That never gets old. I love it.
I know, that's great.
It's been a while since we've had that one up. That's good.
Well, that's because we keep doing all the movies that
we've seen before
are already out now.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk spoilers here, just in terms of everybody's favorite parts about it. What's great about it? Lily, you actually had a great point about how, like, the way they shoot the film, why they do it that way, and in terms of the book. So you want to kick us off there?
Yeah,
I will, because actually what you were talking about is going to segue us into why they structured it this way. You're talking about how you don't know the kind of person that you are until you're put in certain situations. And this is exactly why they did it this way, because in the book, it starts off exactly like in the movie. He wakes up, he has no idea who he is, he has no idea where he's at. He finds out he's in space, and he finds out that he is the only one that he is capable of saving everybody on Earth. So because he's already in space and he was with all of these other astronauts, to him in the book, they tell you very clearly that he already thinks he is a hero. He said, oh, because I'm in this situation, I must have been super brave and heroic back on Earth for me to end up here. And we find out at the end of the film that that's not the case, that they actually forced him because he was the only choice that they had to send up there. Right. So that's why I was saying he has an incredible arc, because when he wakes up, he already thinks that he's a hero, but he is so completely unaware that through everything that happens to him in space, he's becoming the hero and he's becoming brave, and he finds reasons for him to keep going and find the solution for all of this. So I think that's one thing that not a lot of people are talking about. I don't know if people are missing that that's kind of the point of Ryan's character, which is what Derek said. When he had that reaction, when she's like, no, you're not understanding me, that I'm not giving you a choice. Right. Like, we're sending you. Mm-hmm. That to me is such a gut punch, because I can understand Ryan's situation. Because can you imagine somebody tells you, we're sending you on a suicide mission. Sorry, you have no choice. You're never coming home.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I don't know.
How would you react? I would react exactly like him. I'd be like, no, you can't do this. Like, that's my choice.
That made me very much dislike that redhead by the end of that film.
Yeah.
Didn't like her after that at all.
And you know what's interesting is because
Walter, I don't know if Walter's read the book. Sorry, because Walter's making a good point. They didn't explain this in the movie. So in the book, what happened is that through your genes, they find out that a lot of people have a certain gene that whenever you go into a coma, you're more likely to come out of it. So because they had to put these astronauts in a coma for such a long time, they had to pick candidates that were great for the job, that had the right genetics, had the right training, and that they were willing to go to space, right?
How did the other astronauts die?
That's why they died, because it was basically a 50-50 chance that you would wake up out of this coma or not. So that's the only thing.
The what?
Because they're traveling for a really long time.
Yeah, light years, man.
We just talked our favorite sci-fi movies. And you said Alien was one of yours. Don't you remember they would go on those they'd be put to sleep? Basically, that's essentially what they were doing, space comas type thing.
Does it say in the book how long they were supposed to be out for, Lily? Like how long Ryan?
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be something like 11 years or something like that before they got there. So they didn't explain that in the movie, and I wish they had, because a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, why did they die? But that's how they explained it in the movie, is that not only were they trying to find people who were fit enough, academically, and who were willing to go on a suicide mission, but also they couldn't just send anybody up there. You had to have this gene that would allow you to actually come out of a coma safely. Because what happens, I mean, Bob should know this too, because he's a nurse, but what happens when you come out of a coma, sometimes you don't come out as yourself anymore. You're not able to move anymore. Like, you lose a lot of function. So that's how they explain that in the book. So that's why his crewmates had already died. So it was basically like a 50-50. You're welcome, Walter. It's a 50-50 chance that they would have survived this trip. And that's why they call it Project Hail Mary, because this is a long shot in every sense of the word. Will the crew get there? Will the crew survive getting there? Will they figure out what's causing all of this? And will they be able to send all of this information back home? So yeah, every step of the way is definitely a Project Hail Mary.
Yep.
So that's why he back originally to Ryland's arc is that he didn't go there a hero, and he wasn't brave, but along the way he found that inside of himself, which I think everybody is capable of. Just like his crewmate had told him, Yao, you just have to find some reason or someone or something to do it for. Mm-hmm. And everybody's capable of that. So I think that's why that at the core, if you think about that, it's such a beautiful message, because yes, things are terrifying, a lot of things are very scary. And you're not always going to think to be brave and just throw yourself in there. But like sometimes you just kind of have to, and you find that inside yourself, like Derek said.
Yeah, and the things that he finds that he's able to do, because think about it, he talks about how he's not an astronaut or any of that stuff, but he's able to turn around and learn how to pilot a spaceship. He's able to go on spacewalks. You know, he sciences this whole thing out. Just everything that he's able to do, I think is just amazing, and it's all stuff that he kept saying that I'm not this person. I can't do any of this. I put the not in astronaut, he said, and yet he's able to end up doing all of this stuff. And like you said, Derek, what you find that you're capable of when your back's up against the wall, I think that's a really good message in this particular movie here. And kind of like Lily, what you said about how they told him that you need to find something. Well, he kind of does. He's got that friend that he's willing to go to bat for. And I think it's awesome. I love this story.
Yeah. And I think another thing that they should have done a little bit more too is that they showed it to you, but they didn't really make that a reason why he finds something or someone to do it for. Is that he does it for his students, for all the kids back on Earth. Because if you hear him when he's explaining all of this to them, they're like, oh no, nothing's gonna happen until 30 years from now. But then he thinks to himself and he's like, wait, no, because I got to grow up and I got to become who I am. What about these kids though? Their life is basically going to be ending when they're at my age. And he also does it for them too, because he's like, no, I want them to actually have a home and a future. And that's why he has all those little pictures all over the place that he puts on Rocky's little ball. Those were all drawings and things that his kids made for him.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I missed a question. What was the question?
No, yeah. The question Walter was giving is that that criticism of that some people were saying is that there wasn't enough emphasis on Rocky's prowess as an engineer and Grace as a scientist. Do you agree with that?
I think so, just because in the book it was such a big, they focus on that a lot because they're trying to tell you that Grace was the scientist that they needed to send up there and they needed to focus on that. And then Rocky just so happened to be the best engineer. So out of these two crews that ended up surviving, that was the best duo that you could have imagined. You have your scientist and you have your engineer, which work on two totally different things. And when you put them together, yes, you're able to figure out completely different things together. So they didn't emphasize it, but I think, to me personally, I think that's okay. They didn't need to. They basically already told you that Ryland's good at science and Rocky's really good at building things. So they didn't really need to get into it and keep telling you every 5 minutes.
They did really show the dynamic of how they did work together too. They did do a beautiful job of that. Just from everything from when they approached that star to getting samples and then trying to really get the predator, you could tell they had just a wavelength that they were on together, and it was really fun to watch.
And they were kind of showing you, they weren't telling you.
Exactly.
Because what was happening the entire time, Rocky was the one that was constantly building things. He's the one that built the chain. He's the one that made all these little objects for Ryland. But Grace was the one that was figuring out all of the more sciencey things out of it. If you pay attention, Rocky's whole crew died because they couldn't understand concepts like relativity, and they couldn't understand concepts like radiation and things like that.
Radiation poisoning.
So that's they kind of click together because they're making up for each other's weaknesses. When Grace has that little model that he's working on, and Rocky's kind of wow, Grace is really bad at building things, and he's making fun of him. So you kind of have to pay attention. They don't have to beat you over the head with it and tell you that, oh, this is a good scientist. Oh, this is a good engineer. No, because you're literally seeing them doing what they're best at.
I need a break. Break from what?
Question.
Yeah. I thought Rocky he was great just from the moment you meet him. But Derek, you mentioned this to me earlier. He just basically barges into the ship. I love it. And he's like, why is it so dirty around here?
And that was a big ship.
Where do I sleep?
Yeah. And that was a huge ship Rocky was on.
Yeah. Well, that was one of the coolest parts I liked about the movie is that, and I didn't even think about it until Ryan Gosling's character said it. He was like, it'd be really cool to see your ship. And I'm like, that's been left out of this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you were so focused on all the other stuff that's so great that's happened. You're like, I didn't even think about that.
And that actually doesn't happen in the book. So that was something extra that they threw in there for us. Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
for me.
Cool.
This the highlight of this movie is the heart that comes with it.
Yeah.
Just the relationship between Rocky and Ryland, I think is so well done. But it's little things that are said, and of course, one big major event. But like some of the little things where, where Rocky's talking about his own crew and Grace, and he says, Rocky saw crew die. Grace couldn't fix. Right. Grace says he's gonna die. Rocky fix. I thought that was really, really cool. Or it's just, what was it where he's worried when Grace is going to fall asleep because his own species, the way they sleep is very different, in which they kind of go limp, but he's like, no, I gotta watch you while you sleep. I watch you. I'm going to be on top of you. I'm gonna, it's like, but he was showing that he cared. And then right at the end or not the end, but when Ryland, has that injury and he's passed out, and you see Rocky break out of the ball to save him. I just thought, oh gosh, I almost, if they had killed Rocky off, I'd have been pissed.
I'd have been real angry.
Lily, let me ask you, in the book, how did they describe? Do they talk about his inner thoughts when he's going to go back to get Rocky and go ahead and not go to Earth at all?
They do. And it's kind of like you saw it in the movie too. It was a no-brainer for him because at the end he thinks about it. That's why they give you a lot of little clues about Ryland's life. And when he asked Rocky about if he has a mate, and Rocky's like, oh yeah, I have a mate. And he's like, does Grace have a mate? And he's like, well, I kind of did, but Mark happened. And he's like, Rocky hate Mark.
Rocky hate.
So they're kind of setting all of this up for you to tell you that basically Grace has, it sounds ugly, but basically he doesn't have anything to come home to.
Right.
So he doesn't have a wife. He doesn't have a girlfriend. He doesn't have kids. He's got some friends, and obviously you'd want to come home and all of that, right? But in the moment, he's thinking a little bit differently, and that's why his arc is so important, because he's found a reason to be brave and heroic. Because if you think about it, he doesn't even know that if he gets to Rocky, he's going to be able to save Rocky, or if Rocky's already dead.
Yeah.
And if he makes that trip, he can't go home either.
No.
So he would basically just be stuck out there until he runs out of food and dies too. So he formed such a friendship and such a bond that it was a no-brainer for him. He was like, what's back in Earth that I'm desperately trying to get back to? Nothing. He wants
the
to
character arc was amazing though. To sit there and say, I'm not going. I am not going. I'm sorry. I want to stay here. And here they go and basically drug him, put him in the medically induced coma. And, he wakes up and at the end of the movie, he decides, I'm not going back. I'm going to be the hero.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's incredible.
Just amazingly done.
And that was such a hard scene to watch, though, when she's like, no, I'm sorry, you're going to hate me because I'm about to betray you, but I'm not giving you a choice. That was such a hard scene to watch.
Yeah.
Did they do more than one book, or it was just one book?
No, it's just one book.
Be interesting how they
one.
could have taken that into another movie, you know?
Well, actually, Andy Weir was. Yeah, that's true.
That's a good point.
Hey, just
Everybody would be
the
like,
world.
yes.
Why
Like,
not?
Like, that's the best pickup line ever.
Yeah.
So
You're
actually, Andy Weir is talking about possibly making a part 2 to this book, but he said that he's not going to write it unless he comes up with an incredible storyline. He's not just going to put something out just because it's popular.
Good work. Good for him. I like it.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. I will say there were two scenes that really hit me. Like, there's a lot of stuff that hit me really hard in this movie, but the first one is when he basically gives the astronauts a funeral.
Oh, yeah. That was so sad.
Because that's the scene where he finally, to me, that's like when he realizes, like, oh snap, like I am in for it now. Like there's no going back. There's no help. Like it has to be me now. And granted, he meets Rocky to, get the friendship again. But at that point, he doesn't know what he's up against. This is it.
No, my friend and I were like saying, Danny and I were saying, when that ship comes up, Derek, and he's like, we'd be like pooping in our pants because you have no idea what's in there.
Yep.
It's true. You had no idea what was in there. And then he didn't trust Rocky.
Bob doesn't think that you'd be doing that. Or if you are doing that.
I mean, I probably wouldn't have quite put it that way, but yeah.
You'd be scared.
I could have been a little bit harder.
The other scene that got me in this one is the one that I can't remember who brought it up, but it was in the comments before. It's the scene where Ryan Gosling basically tells him, "Oh, it's a one-way trip. I'm not going home."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Wait, why aren't you going home?" And he's like, "I can't. We don't have enough. I don't have the fuel. I don't have the astrophage. Like, we had enough to get us here. That's all we had." And then he goes, "How much do you need?" He goes, "I need $2 million." And he goes, "Rocky can give. I can give."
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. And when he turns around and just falls down and collapses, realizing he's going to go home, and like when Rocky even says it, "Grace, go home," and he points at him.
Yeah.
Really, no wonder you bought those tissues. Dang.
Yes, it's because that whole setup was so good though, because you could tell, like, going back to Grace's whole character, how he's trying to put on this brave face, and he's like, I'm at peace with this. I know that this is the end of the line for me, and I'm okay with that as long as I get to save everybody back on Earth. And when he was saying that, and you read it in the book too, you're just kind of like, that is such, sorry, I'm going to cuss, but that is such bullshit. Like, that's not what anybody would be thinking. I want to go home. Yeah. And then just pairing that with Rocky's, with his reaction that he's like, wait, why didn't you tell me? Like, Rocky was so upset, and that's what made me like start crying, because he's like, why? Like, I just had to see my entire crew die, and now you're telling me that I have to go home and know that you're gonna stay here and die too? Yeah. Like, he was so mad, and then just everything kept building and building. And when he finally like collapsed and he hugs Rocky, and Rocky's like, I don't understand what's going on. What are you doing?
What this is?
Yeah. And he's like, it's a hug.
Yeah, he's like, it's a hug. And he's like, okay, well, when does hug end? And he's like, it's kind of done. Okay. Is it over now?
Feel it? He's like, are you feeling it now? Is it ending?
Hey, Lily, do they say in the book how long like it took for that line from Venus to the star to the sun, how many like years it took to develop and break everything down? Do they mention any? Because you said they talk about the science.
That part, I don't remember. I don't quite remember exactly. I'd have to read it again.
Because I still think they could have, like, 30 years with advanced technology. Who knows? Josh is like, yes, very true. But no, with advanced technology, they could have probably found another way within 30 years before.
Yeah, but remember when they cut back to Strat? Yeah. Everything was already under ice. I don't think they had 30 years. That was basically a ballpark.
Yeah.
Because remember when she was talking to him and she's like, yes, that's if everybody in the entire world cooperates with each other, and we all share food, and we all share resources, and that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and that's why the other great part about this is that they try to make it as realistic probably as they can with what the situation is.
Right.
That felt, I mean, that's, you hear that stuff and you're kind of, it doesn't make you like, oh God, this is BS. It makes you like, oh damn, like that's happening in this movie? Like, holy crap. So it felt like real enough. That's why I liked it.
Oh, interesting. Lily?
Walter. Wait, do you mean the food for Grace when he goes back with Rocky? Because I'm glad they left that out of the finale of the.
What happened?
I don't know. We're trying to figure it out.
I don't know. I don't know if he means the original ending in the book because that was kind of weird to read. But
okay, so yeah, it means food for Grace.
Yeah, tell us what was.
Yes. Weird. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's really weird. So when he gets back to Rocky's planet, they're trying to figure out how to keep him alive long enough to fix his ship.
Yeah.
So they can possibly send him home. So because Rocky's people, well, we saw him like eat. They don't eat the same things that we eat, and they don't have any of the same organisms that we do here on Earth.
Right.
So what they had to figure out how to do is how to actually clone Grace's own flesh. And he was basically eating steaks of himself to stay alive.
Oh God!
Ugh, thank God they didn't include that.
Yeah, I was kind of glad that they didn't include that because that was just so weird to read in the book, and I was like, "Ooh, I hope they leave this out because a lot of people are going to complain about this." So
here's why I think they left it out, because this movie is a movie that kids can watch because of that relationship between Rocky and Grace, but at the same time, it's not dumbed down for kids. But I mean, I also read a review that said that this was a PG-13 movie without all the PG-13 stuff in it. I mean, it's done in a way that's very family friendly.
So
leaving that particular aspect of it out was probably smart.
Yeah, it's really gross. I think it would have put a lot of people off because you've just had like this incredible journey, and then you get to the end and they tell you that little tidbit. I think a lot of people would be like, ooh, because that's the last image and thought that you're gonna have for your movie. So I don't think that's what they wanted.
No. That's oof.
On that note, you think we should jump into the critical scores?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. Yeah, let me
my whole family was crying during that scene where they all thought that Rocky had died. Like it was.
Oh God. Oh, I'm like Bob. I would have been infuriated if that happened.
Yes, even I was crying, and I knew that he was okay. I was like,
All right. So over here on Criticalist right now, surprisingly, it's got 92 votes already.
Wow.
Sitting at an 87%. This good-looking guy, was it good? Has it at a 90%?
Nice. Yeah, of course.
Let's see. Napper 19 at 90%. The DT at 96%. I know Lily's is down here somewhere here. Let's see, a 98%, a 90%, 75%. Jonas Campbell at 80%.
Oh, I'm surprised Jonas gave it an 80 because
it's funny because on here he actually put
his tweet.
Yeah, he actually put something in there saying that people are going to read one of his statements and think that he hated the film, but no, he gave it an 80%.
Yeah, because he tweeted about it and he was like, it was okay, and everybody was already like attacking him for it.
Odin, gosh, 60%. Boy, Odin's
I'm gonna go downvote. By the way, I'm gonna go downvote everybody who didn't give it at least an 80 and above.
Where's yours? You gave it 100%, but I think Lily reviewed it before all of us.
Yeah.
There's hers at 100%. Amaze. 2 thumbs down. Most excellent. But you're seeing a lot of most excellent with this film. Dark Forest at an 85%. Banjos and Witch 90%. He's usually downvoting everything. So yeah, this has got really high scores over on Criticless. Again, it's sitting with an overall score 87% with 92 votes right now.
Let me ask you guys this: could this have any Academy Award nominations?
I think so.
It should.
It better.
I think definitely Gosling.
I think hopefully he's gonna win an Oscar because he didn't win it for La La Land, and I think this is his Oscar. He did a great job for this movie.
Yeah, I agree.
You like?
Yeah,
this?
I thought he was fantastic in this. So, all right.
Oh man,
that spoiler warning.
All right.
Yeah.
What did you guys think? I want to know you guys. I have to ask you guys a question. What did you guys think with that ending? Were you guys satisfied with that ending that he didn't get to go home, or were you guys like, oh, he didn't get to go home?
Well, let me put that back up there. Yeah. No, you know what? I was satisfied with it because he's sitting there teaching all the little rock kids. So yeah, I was cool with it. I mean, I think ultimately you get the impression he's gonna go home, but just not yet.
Yeah.
That's the impression I get.
And I love that he just kind of came back to it, that he ends up a teacher again.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought that was cool.
Different group of kids.
Yeah. So you guys like that? You guys weren't like, oh, it's a bitter.
No, I was cool with it.
I was, or go ahead, Derek, and I'll finish.
I was just gonna say, I thought it was actually a cool way to do it because it's like, well, we're the only choices. You feel like the only choices he has are to either get back home or he's up there and he's dead.
Right.
And so this was an entirely different approach to it. No, as a matter of fact, he went home with his friend. How about that?
There we go. Walter was the same way. So
yeah,
I was surprisingly satisfied with the ending. Interesting that he could breathe their oxygen.
Well, he wasn't breathing their oxygen. They had him in a bubble.
Yeah, they had him in a bubble.
Oh, it was a bubble with the water. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's why Rocky was in his little new suit.
Got it.
But,
yeah,
but I'll tell you this much though: if I had gotten back home and I was in that guy's shoes, first person I'd find is that redhead who put me in a coma.
you know what he would have done, right?
What's
put her in a coma?
I'm David Lindhagen.
David Lindhagen.
David Lindhagen.
That's exactly what he would.
I love that. Oh god, that movie is so good. Oh, I can't see some of the best parts of that movie.
They need to expand their merch on this movie too, because I want every single T-shirt that Grace was wearing.
Oh yeah,
like let you guys know how much I love this movie. If I have a son, I'm gonna name him Rylan.
There you go.
That's funny.
There you go.
I love this movie so much that I put that on my list of baby names.
That's funny.
So Lily likes movie question.
All right.
Let's wrap up.
That is a wrap for the main course for the evening. Let's move on to some final thoughts here. All right, folks. It's going to get heavy in here.
Oh, God.
Because it got me thinking. What if we did reach a situation like this? And we were about to face some very daunting things. All of us would. And so it got me to thinking. And you hear a lot about what people would do. You know, if they knew the end of the world was coming. And, you know, all the things they wish they could get done, all the things they would try to do. And that's all well and good. But then I thought what I would do. And I'm pretty sure that most of us would be in the same boat here. I'd probably just pig out, drink a lot, maybe try some drugs. Go to the beach and call it a day. That'd be pretty much it. I don't think everybody would get all that complex with things. Yeah, I'm going to make it to Nepal now. Now I'll go. No, you won't. Sit shut up. Have a piece of cake and chill out. They're much more simple than we'd like to think they are,
Chill
folks.
out.
Now, I would try to talk to both Bob, not Josh, because my best friend's wedding is his favorite movie. But
You're a jerk. Absolute jerk.
I would ask Bob, what movies should I get in? Because this is it. So, and then Lily, I'd probably do the same with you because we seem to have similar tastes. So I trust where you're going.
I hate you. Jerk.
I call you. Don't worry.
Be alone.
I give you a call. Don't worry.
Oh, will you? Thank
Yeah.
you. So happy.
Yeah, I got you in the contacts here. You're good.
Yeah.
So that's just it. I don't think I'd really actually. But then again, this gets back to the film too. You don't really know what you're really made of unless you're put up to the test for it. A lot of times. So maybe I would do something cool. But really, I might even just try a slice of Black Forest cake, Josh. How about that?
Oh, I love that.
Hey, Meister.
Yeah, Meister.
Well, that's good because you missed all the spoilers and everything. So,
yeah, that's good timing.
Good
perfect timing, actually.
You got right through all that. So good stuff. But yeah, I don't know. What would you guys do?
You know, I'd probably just kick back and enjoy the last time that I had.
Yeah,
because I don't think they're going to pick me to send me up to space.
No,
they're
not going to be like, hey, that guy who reviews movies on YouTube, let's send him up to do it.
They would tell me I'm a scientific genius.
So I'm going to probably just watch a bunch of movies and just kick back and relax.
Yeah, there you go.
Welcome back, Caveat. Yeah, you are.
Yep. You guys got any thoughts, Lily, Josh? Or...
Oh,
I would just chill out.
Yep.
Watch the sunset.
There we go.
And eat what I could. And
any drug use?
No, not for me.
Okay, I'd probably take a few of them, just because.
Derek's like, yeah, party.
I mean, honestly, I may just get to a point where it's just like, look, you know, what I mean, we know what's going to happen here eventually, so why not try a little bit of everything? Let's go to the bar.
I think I would probably react the way that Grace did.
Yeah.
Immediately woke up and got drunk.
Yeah, he sure did too.
Yeah, had an existential crisis.
I would send Josh to space and watch the Space 5 take off while sipping on a wow.
Oh my god.
Well, first of all, my name is not Jaws.
Yeah, so I would definitely get up,
give up on all this chat.
Have an existential crisis, and then I think I would be depressed for like a day and cry and be dramatic, and then I'd be like, all right, how am I going to get myself out of this situation? Let's do it. That's why I identify with Grace deeply, because every single stage that he goes through, and then knowing me, I would make best friends with an alien. So
yeah, there you go.
I'm like, that's why that meme with Ryan Gosling like continues. That he's literally me.
Let's just hope we all find an alien we could be good friends with, because you never know up there.
There you go.
Yes. He found the right one.
Rocky's the cutest.
Yes, I need a friend like Rocky. Rocky's nice.
No, he's actually he annoyed Brian Gosling at times.
Yeah, he was always in his face too. So great movie though. Great movie.
He
great
was
story
always
of friendship and
making
everything.
fun of him too, which is so funny. It reminded me of you guys.
Thanks.
God,
each
exactly
other.
what it is.
That was like us. So
Grace has not finished pilot training yet. Said it all sarcastically.
Tells him, you are the smartest human that Rocky's ever met.
It is joke. It is joke.
Yes, he finally made a joke. It's so cute. But yes, it's a great movie. Anybody who hasn't seen it, go watch
if you haven't seen it, anybody in the chat who hasn't seen it, go check it out.
Yep. All right, gang. Time to sign off for the night. All right, social media. Let's go around the room. Lily, the guest, hit us first.
As you guys know, I'm over there on X at 300 Mirrors, and right now I am a Project Hail Mary / Ryan Gosling account. For some reason, all of my tweets are just going absolutely bananas. I have some that are like at 50,000 likes and like 18,000 likes. I don't know what's going on. The official account for Project Hail Mary keeps liking my stuff. So I have a mess over there, and which is great too, because I had asked them for a plush. 2 months later, they go back to my tweet, reply, and they tell me that now there's a plush available. That is the best like marketing. I don't know who's behind these accounts, but wow, incredible that they're this attentive to the fans.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's me being a mess. And then of course, Monday Hangover over on Drunk 3PO's channel. We took a break this week because everybody was at VegaCon, but we'll be back for the next week. So check that out as well.
Excellent. All right, Josh, on to you, sir.
You can find me on LinkedIn. I live on LinkedIn now because of my job. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I'm also on Criticless, and I'm also here on Bob Loves Movies, and also on our Dad's Turn to Talk channel.
All right, Bob, to you, sir.
Of course, you can find me here on this channel. This is my main channel right here. Also, you can find me with the Dad's Turn to Talk crew here on this channel, as well as on the Dad's Turn to Talk channel. You can find me on Mondays over at the MSK show, on Fridays over on The Last Panel, and you can also find me on X and on Criticless.
All right, very good. You can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Criticless. Yes, folks, I'm all caught up with my reviews finally.
I need to follow you guys. I need to find you guys.
Yeah, we'll be in touch. We'll be in touch for sure. My people call your people. All right.
Yes, send a representative.
Exactly. Yes. Make the negotiations final, please. All right, here we go. Let's call it for the evening. Thanks, folks. Appreciate it. Do we? Oh, wait. You know what? We can have some fun though. Have we chosen the movie next week?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
We got to talk about it.
Okay.
We're not sure yet.
All right. Okay.
I'll post it over on the Criticus group once we decide on that.
It could be Beverly Hills Cop 2. We're not sure though.
Well, we have a whole backlog, so if you guys are curious, let me know.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, please don't.
Theme, Josh?
No, it's not. I'm coming in with my own theme.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Let's move
Bye,
on.
everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Later.
Bye.
Y'all have a great night.
Yep. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, guys.